Hello there, folks. Ray Livingston from Alone Season 6. We're getting close. The show premieres on June 6th, so we're about 9 days out. I wanted to go over the blades that I took on the trip. For me, my gear selection was very tool oriented. I figured in order to last out there, one's going to have to find a way to procure food. So I didn't take any food items, but I focused on the things that I was going to need to obtain them and to build a shelter. The first of those items was a knife. And I looked at several different knives and brought several knives to boot camp before I did my final gear selection. And I selected this one. It's a simple blade. It's a Lori PT blade, high carbon steel blade, made by a friend of mine, Matt Latty of Knives of Latty. And it really served me well. I looked at some of the commercial blades that people were putting out there, and this one is a little bit larger than one might need, but I wanted to have a decent sized blade because I like big blades, to be honest. However, Matt has since made me another blade out of an antler that I got, and it's another Lori PT high carbon steel blade made out of an antler. It actually has some runes on it that glow in the dark. I painted them with glow in the dark paint, as I did on the handle of this blade as well, so that I didn't lose it in the field, because I have a tendency to lose things. I tried some of the commercial blades, and they worked all right. But in the end, I think it really came down to this man gave me a knife and wanted me to try it out and use it, and it worked excellently. And so I went with a feeling and a hunch on the matter, and I'm very glad that I chose to bring one of Matt's blades. It served me well, and the knife that he made me afterwards, I carry with me all the time. The next item is my axe. This axe served me very well as well. I made the cover for it actually after the show. It was named Enar, the metalsmith that forged it for me, named it for me, and that's what the runes say it's his name. Enar means the chief that stands alone, and he made it for me not knowing what I was going to do with it, so it was very fitting for me. Again, there's glow-in-the-dark paint and the Helm of All rune, which is a protective rune in the Norse tradition, and as well as the Valknut, and that's two-toned glow-in-the-dark paint. The glow-in-the-dark paint really doesn't serve any purpose other than I like pretty things, and it's pretty cool that it glows in the dark. Very, very, very sharp blade. He triple heat treated this for me. It served me excellently. It cut through stuff like butter while I was out there, and it is a full-size axe. I wanted a full-size axe rather than a shorty or a hatchet, and I'm very glad I took this, and I keep it with me in my vehicle at all times now, and carry it with me at most times when I was out in the field as well. For a saw, I went overkill. But I figured if I had to saw big things, I wanted a big saw. I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing with, so I went with the Silky Katana Boy 650, which is the largest of the silky folding saws. Kind of has a Grim Reaper feel to it when you open it. It's a humongous blade. Again, this served me very well. There's a lot I could have done with a small saw, but there's things that I could do with a small saw that I could not do, or with a big saw that I could not do with a small saw. So I took, kind of weighed my options and figured I would rather have a tool that was able to do more and deal with a little uncomfortability in tight situations, or use my knife or while I was out there. So that was the saw I chose. Again, another gear selection that I am very happy that I made. And the final bladed instrument that I took was a multi-tool. I got a Leatherman Surge. Actually, the folks at Leatherman were nice enough to send me a super tool, and I'd planned on taking that. However, a friend was able to give me a great deal on a Surge, and and he customized it a little bit for me. You see a little bit of the glow-in-the-dark paint left on there, so I didn't use it. This Surge, I used it every day in the field in one way or another, and it held up excellently. And I carry this on me every day now. Still, I feel naked without it. It's got some great blades on it. The diamond has a diamond file on it. That was very nice for sharpening knives. Yeah, that was great to have. I rolled an edge on my knife a little bit and was able to get that honed out and stropped out with my belt. And yeah, that was it was an excellent tool to have. I'm very glad I took it. So those are my 4 bladed instruments that I took with me to the loan, and I got no regrets about any of those. The saw worked great. I carry it with me. My axe worked great. I carry it with me in my rig all the time. The knife, I've actually haven't been carrying that one because I had a more practical sized knife made, but I love that knife. Yeah, no regrets there. So those were my bladed instruments and 4 of my 10 items. Over the course of this next week, I will go ahead and talk about the rest of them. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you for watching The Alone Show. This should be a very exciting season, so tune in June 6th, 9 Central, for what might be one of the most exciting seasons yet. I've heard rumors and whispers through the wind of some of the stuff that may or may not have happened. And if half of it happens, this is going to be a phenomenal season. So tune in, watch it, enjoy our journey. We filmed it for you. All right, talk to you guys soon.